What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoFi. I want to go over some expectations for this upcoming week, what might cause some volatility in the stock price, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, beginning part of the week, you have quite a lot of Fed speakers, so that could change the dynamic of this. So right now there is a 90.4% likelihood of a 25 basis point cut. So depending on what is said, most likely it will kind of keep going back and forth between no cut and a 25, but in my opinion, I don't think it's that big of a deal, especially in comparison to what else is coming up around the same time period for the November 7th, and that is obviously the election, and just generally companies unveiling their earnings and what they are giving for future guidance. So this is the lineup for this week. Some big names, Tesla, UPS, and whatever else. So I think that might change the sentiment a little bit in the market, but I think no matter what though, everyone is just waiting for tech. So not that much coming out this week associated to them. But aside from that, M1 is coming out on Tuesday, and I feel like this time around a lot of people are going to be really paying attention to that. Then just the typical stuff, so initial jobless claims and so forth coming out on Thursday. Going into this upcoming week, you have the Fear and Greed Index under the extreme greed category, so people's appetite for risk is very much on the table. Nothing planned, so no fireside chats, nothing like that associated to SoFi, but 6 days away they have their earnings. There hasn't been all that much in change from estimates coming from analysts, so we'll just have to wait and see. But even though they haven't been giving estimates or any changes for that, they have been giving ratings. So even in my video yesterday, I just brought up how it was very interesting and kind of random at the same time that all these analysts are giving kind of ratings leading into an earnings, and that's not normal, just in case you guys are new to investing and stuff like that, because you have to have some fundamental change in order for you to justify a rate change. But it is what it is. That's just SoFi. But while I'm actually on here, the latest Elliott Wave Technicals is projecting for SoFi to hit between that $11.50 and $12 range for as long as it does stay above this pivot point of $9.30. So as far as right now, it is anticipated to kind of hit that $12 range. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that and if you think it is realistic or not. Aside from that though, shorts, they could be active. Like I said, I think in reality, there's not a lot in data points. There's going to be more of a technical driven week, and SoFi's technicals are looking fairly a-okay. So I don't really see shorts really increasing all that much, but 16.42% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 171.81 million shares. Cost to borrow average 0.57, then you do see that cost to borrow minimum once again being negative. So someone's trying to drum up some business, but I think whatever it is at this stage, it is what it is. Nothing really new for SoFi. But one of the highlights that did happen on Friday was this right here. So this is the open interest. So you guys can add it all up, but ultimately works out to be 111,000 that is in the money. So equates to 11.1 million shares. Pretty impressive stuff. So essentially, market makers could just buy call options just to kind of cover it. They could have covered on Friday, which based on some of the volume, it looks like some entities or market makers did do that, but definitely nowhere near the 11.1 million. So that could cause a nice bump up, similar to what has been happening the last 2 Mondays, is a very nice bump up in the stock price. So that is something to kind of just maybe anticipate possibly for Monday first thing. So yeah, could make for a very interesting time. But what makes this upcoming week very unique is you don't see that much in walls. Pretty much it is free and clear for SoFi essentially to run up. Right now though, looking here, these are some of the strong support and resistance points. So $10.18 trading between this R2 and R3. So $10.09 going to be the strong support. $10 will be the second level, and then $10.25 will be that kind of resistance point slash target. And even zooming it out to 1 week, just take note of this. So the next very, very strong support and resistance points is going to be 869, 1147. So we'll wait and see if FOMO, or I guess full FOMO, does kick in for SoFi, and it is able to get to this R1 right here. So we'll just have to, I guess, wait and see. But like I said, quickly going back over here for 1 second, the technicals are looking very much primed and ready for a nice breakout, even though it's had a very interesting last week where it really moved up to the next level. Things are still looking relatively bullish. So I have the super trend, ALMA, 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages, stochastic RSI, and MACD. So a lot of which the data points are signaling that you're going to have more upside. But of course, with manipulation and whatever else, anything is possible. And plus, like I mentioned, especially with the Fed speakers, if they do come out and essentially say that, hey, we're not going to be looking at any rate cuts, that could spook the market, because most likely with it right now sitting at 90%, the market's priced in 25 basis points. So that could once again cause some volatility. But with their earnings coming around the corner like 6 trading days, that's a very exciting time. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And I'll give you guys a closer, closer to their earnings, a full video on expectations, what to hear from, obviously Anthony and whatever else. But just look at this. This is a very good example of what analysts see for SoFi. So I'm just looking at the future expectations for the earnings and doing it based on a quarterly basis. So based on just Q2 2025, analysts, so far 9, are expecting 514% year-over-year growth. Can anyone tell me any company that has that level of expected growth? That is absolutely amazing. Even looking at their revenue, double-digit growth all the way up until tail end of 2026. So pretty epic stuff. But who knows? Historically, what does happen, there's always a run up into SoFi's earnings, regardless of the results. It always does tank time and time again. So we'll just have to wait and see. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing weekend thus far. And one final thing I just wanted to share with you, I did launch memberships. So if you like my SoFi content, want to support the channel, definitely consider joining as a member. Or if you're just looking for buy signals on stocks and options, I have a tier for that as well. So I appreciate you guys popping over there and taking a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you guys watching.